What's going on, everybody? Matt Steinman here, digital lifestyle entrepreneur with Armor Marketing. Today is day number 6. We're getting very close to the end here for starting a successful WordPress blog. Today's lessons, we're going to run through optimizing some settings in WordPress and also get started writing your first blog. So let's jump on into it. So you can see I have a kind of a split screen here. Over on the right hand side is the worksheet, the document that will be provided with this video. The link will be down below. And on the left hand side, you should be familiar with this by now. It's the WordPress dashboard. So the first thing we're going to do here is optimize WordPress. There's a couple settings that we need to configure properly to kind of optimize the site. So we're going to jump into this. We're going to jump into the settings tab over here on the left hand side here. We're going to go into settings and we're going to go into general here. So just a couple quick things here. You want to add your site title and your tagline. So this actually does show up in the tab of the visitor's browser. So you want to make sure it's like the title of your blog or the niche you're in. So for me, it's like growing a digital brand online, creating a digital lifestyle. I could probably change that and make that a little more enticing, but I'll just leave that for now. So just fill out the site title and the tagline, your email address, and then you can come down here and hit Save Changes. That's it for the general. And then the next step is to go into your reading tab here. So we're still under settings. We're going to go into reading. So you might not want to actually mess with anything here right now. The only thing you do want to make sure is that you want to make sure this search engine visibility checkbox is unchecked. We don't want to discourage search engines from indexing our site. We want them to index our site. That's the main reason we're blogging, to get search engine traffic, organic traffic. So just make sure that is not checked. The only reason why you would check that is if you plan on being in development for a little bit of time. So over the next 2 or 3, 4 weeks maybe. If you are in development mode and you don't want Google to crawl your site yet and rank it and search it, crawl your pages, that's when you want to check that box. But for now, we're going to leave that unchecked. And then the homepage displays here. We're not going to worry about this right now, but just know that this is how you change your homepage. So if you want your homepage set to a static page, you'll have to come in here and select which page. So these are my actual pages that I have designed and developed inside WordPress. Or you can select a post, which is a blog post. So those are the 2 settings under reading that you want to make sure. And the next one and the last one is still under settings here. We're going to go down to permalinks. So this is the actual URL that's going to be shown in the address bar. So you want to come down here to custom structure. And there's a couple different options, as you can see in the document I posted. So for example, the first one is, so whatever your URL is, yourblogurl.com / this first variable here is the category. So inside blog posts, there's different categories that you can assign the posts to kind of organize everything. And then there's also a post name. So I recommend doing it this way. That way there's more keywords. Your URL is a little bit more keyword rich. And the other option, I've seen some people do this as well, is just put the post name in there, which is the title of your post, whatever it may be. So you can do it either way. I recommend the first way, but you can also do the second way as well. So, and then obviously come down here and hit Save Changes. So that's it for kind of the general settings, kind of a high level. Obviously there's more in detail things that you can do, but just getting started, that's all you need. So the second step is to customize the design. So depending on what theme you have, there's a lot of different ways to actually customize the design, but everything that you need is under the appearance over here, and you can select different themes under the themes here, or you can actually hit customize, and it's going to take you into actually customizing your page. So yours might not look like mine does right here, because you might have a different theme installed. So just know that the settings and everything are under appearance and customize. So that's the customize the design. The next piece is start building your blog pages. So again, depending on which builder you went with, I have a couple that I recommended with both Thrive Architect and Elementor. They're both very, very powerful. I use Thrive Architect and StudioPress, which was mentioned, I believe, on day 2 or day 3. But we're just going to set up a new blog post. So up here at the top left, we're going to select post. We're going to go a couple different ways. We can select all posts if we want to, kind of look at all the posts that we have, or we can select add new. So we're going to say add new. And again, depending on which builder or theme that you chose, it's going to look a little bit different. So this is, you're going to add your title here. I like to use this Gutenberg editor to actually create my blog post, just because it's super fast. It loads the site, the page very, 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 very fast. It's very lightweight. Again, this is one of the StudioPress themes that I use through WP Engine, which is my hosting provider. So you get I think there's 35 or so themes, and there's a link down below in the description of this video. But just know StudioPress, and I'm not going to get into actually editing, doing these blocks and everything, because it's a different type of builder. Very simple, very easy to use. That'll be a later video. So just know that starting a new blog post is up here under post, and say add new, and that's it. So we're going to go back to the dashboard here. Let's jump into the next section. So the next section here is to write your first blog post. So we're going to get writing. I hope you guys are ready. So depending on your experience as a writer, there's kind of 2 different paths that you should be taking. For myself, I'm more of a beginner writer. So I think quantity over quality is going to win when you're first starting off. That way you can actually develop a writing style, get your mind in the habit of writing, and just kind of develop those skills as a writer. What resonates with your audience, make it engaging. The beginning of the article should be, problem, agitate, solve. So what's the problem? How are you agitating the problem, and how are you solving it? So the blog post is going to be about solving the problem that you agitated. So just, simple examples like that. And there's a little tip here, which I highly recommend that you read it and absorb it and read it again. It says, do not worry about being perfect. In the beginning, everybody sucks. Yes. Even these videos that I'm creating right now, this is the beginning of my video journey. I know they suck. But you know what? I'm getting my voice out there. I'm educating people on how to create a blog. And what I don't want you to do is go back and edit those posts. Just keep going. Keep publishing, and keep publishing. It's going to take, at least 3 to 4 months to start getting traction. So don't get discouraged. In the second step, or the second level, the beginner, and then the intermediate to advanced. So when you become a better writer, or you already are, I'm jealous of you, first off, because I'm not quite there yet. But for, the advanced people, I recommend quality over quantity. So your post might be a little bit more engaging. You're used to writing. You're used to, your mind's in the rhythm of, writing and blogging. So to write a 2,000 to 5,000 word blog post, If that just takes you, 2 hours, 3 hours a day, I highly recommend doing that, just because Google values those articles and ranks them a little bit higher than the shorter posts that aren't as engaging or not as valuable. So those are the two different paths that you can take, whether you're a beginner or an intermediate. So again, don't get hung up on too much of the quality when you're beginning. Just publish, and you'll get into the habit, you'll get into the rhythm. And again, if you're more advanced, I'm jealous. I'm not gonna give you any writing tips because you already know. So that's it. Hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully you're getting started on your journey, and hopefully in the next day or two you'll publish your very first blog post. And I look forward to seeing you on day number 7.